Interesting days, guys. How are you? How are you? How are you? It's your boy Phantm Fuego. Phantm. And the O is for that's how I like to blow 'em. Yeah. What's going on, gang? For real though. This is, the place where you get the news, views, previews, and reviews. With just a twist of his ghetto point of view. Crazy week, gang. Crazy week. I mean, I just wish everybody peace right now, man, because it just seems like tensions is high. Tensions is really high. Like what they say, how they say that the you can feel the tension in it. You can feel it in the air. You can hear it in their voice. The tension is a fancy way of saying it is that the tension is palpable. 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 That's your Scrabble word for the day. Palpable. Meaning, you can damn near feel it. It is very clear and present. Wow, there's estimated 20 to 25,000 troops that are expected to be not only just on U.S. soil, but, forming almost a perimeter or wall of security around the White House by the 20th or inauguration day. It's just so much going on. I don't understand how this could end anyway, but really harshly, the way things are being geared up. I understand people are upset. People feel that their lives were in jeopardy, and they feel that they were put in harm's way unnecessarily. All of those things are real issues, and all of those things that are things that need to be addressed and be handled. But the way that these things are handled, could be really bad. The way that these things are handled could be really bad. We have to be very careful with how things are taken care of, with how we address people's pain and they hurt, while also not setting things off for making people our retaliation without making people want to come and get at y'all. Pretty much, like, we gotta figure out ways to talk right now, because it seems like don't nobody want to talk. Everybody just want to click clack the strap zaps. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just want to click clack the strap. And for my non-hood listeners, how are you? Click clack the strap zap. I'm sure y'all know what that means too. But for the few that may not, draw firearms upon one another and squeeze. Draw firearms upon one another and squeeze with reckless abandon. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with reckless abandon. What that cop get charged with in the Breonna Taylor case? Wanton endangerment. Squeeze with wanton endangerment in mind. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Phantm Fuego, guys. How the hell are y'all doing? I hope y'all having a better week than me. My week was pretty alright, man. It had ups, it had its downs, it had its lefts, it had its rights, but there was more right than left. There was more up than down. It was all good in my neck of the woods. It was really good in my side of the hood, and that's all I could be thankful for and appreciative of. This thing is 100% groovy. No, this thing's 100% wavy. No, there are things I need to work on and things I need to get accomplished, short term and long term. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But you know what? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm making moves. I'm making it happen. So all I can do, take it one step at a time. 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 Been getting into some more, doing a lot of heavy studies into cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to drag it and say heavy studies. Heavy studies is a lot. I've been learning more. Starting to actually understand the utility of some of the coins, not just, oh, I like this coin or I want that coin, but understanding what the programs were written to do. Because, at the end of the day, these cryptocurrencies, as we're calling them, some of them are going to be used just for currency's sake, but they have, utilities, or they have a particular purpose. Like if they're going to be used for currency for a particular group of people or a particular type of business, like there are all different types of currencies being built to facilitate different needs. And that's where we heading, gang. That is where the hell we heading. Whether some people want to deal with that or not. Do I think that, it'll be overnight? No. Do I think that other people will look at you like you're crazy if you attempt to start getting into, cryptocurrencies or, just investing in assets, period? People will look at you like you're crazy. People will say, oh, that's risky. That's a risk. You're gambling. You might lose all your money. People will give you a lot of things to deter you. And you know what? You may lose some bread. That's a risk every day. But you know what? It was something I was watching the other day. It was a pretty well known cryptocurrencies, encrypted currencies, or however you want to think about it, crypto Bitcoin guy. And the statement he made was, a lot of times we always talking about, oh, we don't want to invest or we don't want to do this or that because of the risk that we taking with our money to lose our money. But when we're indulging and partying, we don't ever talk about the loss of money that creates, And yeah, you might have a good time. You might create some amazing memories partying and going out and enjoying yourself. But with aside from those times where you're going out and it's really a good reason to go out, if you just blowing off money just every Friday just for the hell of it, you probably had some Fridays that you didn't need to do that. And if you didn't give a damn then, why would you give a damn if you lose a couple $100 learning how to invest or trade or trying to flip some money and trying to gamble on yourself and start to hedge your bets on yourself and start to believe in yourself? Why would that alarm you so much, Why is it the only time that it seems we get so extraordinarily cautious with our funds is when we doing the things that we're not expected to do, especially in my community? And what do I mean when I say that? Like, I'm gonna use myself for an example. There was a very long time where I got what would consider in my younger days large sums of money in my hands, and I just blow it. I completely blow it. Like I've had, several $1,000s in my hand, no millions in my hands in my younger days. That's the stuff I'm working towards now. But in my younger days, there's been times where I've had more than 10, 15, 20 grand in my hand, all in lump sums, and blew it. Absolutely blew it. Bad investments. Investing indirectly into things as opposed to learning how to do investments myself, like as opposed to um jumping into the markets, like and jumping into stocks or getting some real estate or getting me a little side hustle more organized back then, I was just partying, bullshitting, and giving other people money who said they might have a good investment for me, as opposed to really looking into things myself. And while, you know, I was young, so I didn't know better. I didn't really have financial education and financial literacy in school. I didn't come up in a household where financial literacy was taught. But I still feel the responsibility for losing that bread, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel in taking the responsibility for that loss, I see it as a lesson and a blessing now. Had I never been like, damn, yeah, that was me being dumb right there. That was me being silly with the bread. I wouldn't now know how to treat it better, how to handle it better. I'm in a more seasoned phase, mind frame, mind state. I've definitely been through a few mistakes, and now I understand and appreciate more. I appreciate a dollar more. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what a dollar can do for you more now. You know what I'm saying? Helping you build assets and accumulate wealth. I really appreciate that now. Whereas, I didn't appreciate none of that stuff back in the pack, 18, 19. I didn't care about none of that. Had some going to the liquor store, give me some bottles. I'm up and down. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn. So, if going up and down Fulton Street to, some of the dope clothing stores, getting fresh, you know what I'm saying? Good shoes on my feet. I mean, I didn't know what else there would be to live for. Going in and out the studio, putting in that bar work. To me, there was nothing else to live for in life. So, yeah, it was nothing else for me to live for in life. So I don't know. Um, about y'all, but I appreciate having had that opportunity to learn and to grow, because I feel like now it's really put me in a place to be much more of a steward of funds. You know what I'm saying? Be much more intelligent and sound of mind, and sharp with it when I get to the bag. Um, Let me know how y'all think about that though. Do y'all think people don't need those experiences in their life? Of course, you can learn from the mistakes of others, and I'm a history buff. I'm a history buff. I like to flex on history. You know what I'm saying? I like heavyweight history. I like to engage it. I love it. I love it. I love learning all that stuff about history back in the day, different eras, different empires, how empires interact with one another. Like I really dig into that stuff. So what I would say is I've learned from the mistakes of others, but I've had to have my hand burned on the fire a bunch of times, as many of us have. And when it came to the finances, that was really a place I got my hand burned heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like I had people around me who I thought was my peoples, and then when I got a little bit of change, they did their due diligence to get that change up out my pockets. And yes, I'm mad at them for even attempting to get the change up out my pockets, because they were older. I always hung around older people trying to, learn the game from the vets. Like I've had some of the best people in the world. Well, how I looked at them at the time in my corner. I've been around some of the most brilliant computer tech minds, some of the most brilliant minds in the music biz. And I've had them all at one time or another do what I feel is some shisty shit, some shastiness, some shasty business to relieve me of funds that they didn't rightfully deserve. And, these is black folks. These are supposed to be my uncles and my aunties, my big bros and my big sisters, Not literally, not by blood or marriage or anything, but just the relationships you think you've developed with people over time. But once that bag get involved, once that bag get involved, once you worth a bag, they say it all the time. You might not change, but the people around you completely adjust. The people around you completely adjust. Once you get a bag, everybody treats you different. Till that bag run out, then you know it's back to the regular schmegular. Or it might be worse now, because now they might feel like, damn, you had a bag and you lost it. You a goof, even though they might have been there running through the bag with you. Now you're a goof to them. Does that ever happen to any of y'all? Like, has that ever happened to any of y'all? I know that's happened to me. So I just say all that to say, like, I feel like, those negative experiences, people taking bread from me, bread that I wanted to, start to build with. I feel like that really taught me that I was swimming in a pool of sharks, and I better grow gills in a freaking shark fin, and fast. I better grow shark teeth. I better grow shark teeth immediately, because this pool of sharks ain't going nowhere. This pool of piranhas ain't going nowhere. Killer whales all around me. Better learn to swim. Killer whales all around me. Better learn to swim. Whew. That's tough. Yeah, but like, people in the industry will get you. People will swear allegiance to you to get you. What they got try to do though, not let it ruin me from having a good heart. People still need help. I still try to help them, but it's definitely made me more focused in on helping myself first and building up for myself and for my fan, because I want to leave some love to the gang too. I want a statue. I want a plaque. I want a memorial. I want to be in a memoriam. You know what I'm saying? I like those things too. And you can find out very easily in this world, people will be 100% fine with you working to build up their legacy and never taking a second to work on building yours. For you to work on building family wealth for them and theirs, but never taking a second for you to work on building any for yours. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some people that'll take you under the wing and really kick you the game. And the game ain't free. So they ain't even about not being willing to pay the toll, pay the troll their toll. Because you gotta kick the toll they troll. The troll their toll. You gotta kick the toll troll. You gotta pay that. You gotta pay that. Ain't no way to get across the bridge without paying the toll. So that don't ever get upset, guys, if you ever have to pay prices to take classes or do courses, though there are so many free resources. I would say if you are in a budget but want to learn things, exercise as many free resources as you can first, but don't ever be mad if you have to pay a toll to the troll to get across the bridge to learn some new that's really going to take you and help you take your game to the next level. But yeah, I really do appreciate those moments in my life. I do appreciate getting knocked back a bit. Do I wish I had better people in my corner? Not necessarily better, but maybe people of more pure intent. Because I had some of the most talented people you can have around you. But again, what they had me around them for was only to build up their dreams, build up their goals, build up their ambitions, to directly drain my energy and my resources without ensuring that also I got my dreams and aspirations filled as well. But use all that shit as momentum. Everybody who allowed me to stay in a slight position while they moved forward only motivated me to go harder in the studio, only motivated me to go harder with that learning engineering, only motivated me to go harder with the rhyme schemes, only motivated me to go harder with the radio stuff and putting together EQ is Life, which you can catch on YouTube, putting together this podcast series, I mean, every single slate, to be honest with you, has always been used as momentum. So now I'm just always in that. How can I create for myself? How can I create legacy for myself? How can I create legacy for myself? And I promise y'all, people, if you are in that mode from the giddy up, how can you create legacy for yourself and your fam? You set yourself up to win. So what do I mean by that? Do I mean not help other people? Absolutely not. Because like Kevin Liles and Russell Simmons would say, being in the service of others is what'll make you in some ways will make you the most powerful being around. You know what I'm saying? Being the person that can service others' needs, others' desires, others' dreams, others' ambitions, but making sure you're winning that entire freaking time is so key, so prevalent, so poignant, so important to make sure you're winning that whole damn time. It's so important to make sure you're winning that whole damn time. What I don't understand though, what I don't get though, is people who can ever be mad at somebody for making sure they're also winning. And what do I mean by that? Do I mean never do things for free? Do I never genuinely help out somebody you know that's struggling, starving, and just hungry, full of ambition? Absolutely not, because those people that's struggling and starving and full of ambition is the most talented, creative motherfuckers alive. Many of them they don't need to be disciplined because that hunger keep them driving. That hunger will keep you moving and pushing. Being in disaster will open you up to doing things the correct way. Being in disaster will open you up to doing things the correct way. When you know that it's on you, and if you don't make it, it ain't made. That's that really helps a lot. It helps so much because it's really kill or be killed. When you in a kill or be killed mode, it's just go time all the time. It's just go time all the time. So I really do appreciate the lessons I've had. Do I wish I would have got them younger? Absolutely. And I strive now to kick those lessons to younger people because you know time is money. But when you get some money, try to make that shit last to the end of time. That's the balance. That's the goal. That's when you're in the good spot. You don't need the flyest every fucking thing. You can buy some good quality items that'll last you if you like, nice Montclair winter coat. Why not? You like some nice Prada shoes. Why not? Nice Rolex watch. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? But number one, never drill into the Rolex unless you really got so much money that it don't matter. Because, if you don't drill into it, at least it'll appreciate and value over time. Busting it up to put all type of stones in it is not a good thing at all. Not a good thing at all. I learned that from when I used to do the jeweler thing. But number two, enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But if you ain't got the same type of bread into the stocks, to assets, bonds, whatever type of investment you like, if you like liens, if you like properties, whatever type of investments you like, If you're not doing that, you are putting yourself in very bad situation. Now, for those that don't know about these different type of investment opportunities, that's what this show is here for. 2021, we about to talk about getting to all type of investment opportunities because it's really time to be able to walk away from some of the wild things in our life that don't serve us well. What I mean by that, feel free somebody, to correct me if you feel I'm wrong, but some of us are going to have to turn away from jobs, turn away from bad business deals, turn away from companies we own, close them, fire a bunch of employees, readjust the people on the board of trustees or to readjust the investors. Some of us is really going to have to hurt some people's feelings in 2021 because people is really out for themselves. Anybody who ain't got your best interest at heart, family, please, if you don't take nothing else from this episode, take this right here. Anybody who does not have your best interest 100% at heart, they got to be going in 2021. We don't have time, gang. We ain't got time to be playing with people. Time is a beautiful thing. It keeps score for you. Every tick-tock on that clock let you know. Every day to night, every night to day, let you know. Are you growing? Are you moving forward? Are you regressing backward? Are you staying in place? That time will let you know. Because over that time, things are going to occur in your life. They're going to be positive or they're going to be negative, but they're going to happen over that time, over that course of time, over that sequence of time. 3 months, 3 years, 30 years. Over that time, things are going to happen to you. You can engineer them to be good. You can engineer them to be what some people would consider bad or horrific or chaotic or, unfulfilling. But you engineer it either way. Is it going to be perfect? Never. It's always going to need to be upgraded. Even computers need to be upgraded. You get a computer, it's the most sleek model, new MacBook Pro, fresh off the lot, looking spicy, caliente, fuego, right? Yeah, later they got another one. You like, what the fuck? They said this one is twice as fast. The keys light up different colors. You could open it with your face scan. And the shit walk. Like, what the fuck? It walks next to you on the street. It's like a dog and a leash come out. And you just, nah. But like, they're always going to upgrade it. The one you thought was the one you needed that new model so bad. Because it does absolutely everything you needed to do. You needed it so desperately bad. But now here you are, without a thing. Without a thing. And almost crunch time. It's almost crunch time. It's almost crunch time. Your team down by a lot. You playing to win, or you just get through the game? Cause you get paid either way. And you just play ball, you ain't a ball player. You one of them kids that was just tall. You one of them kids that was just tall. You could jump high, you were kind of fast, big hands, solid base, good, good posture, big feet. You just kind of fell into something. Or are you somebody who lives and dies by it and bleeds it, and you do it till it can't be done anymore. Blood and sweat. What are you? What are you? Because that's what will define you in those moments when people do you dirty, as they will. Are you ready to move into your new space in 2021? Are you ready to move into your greatness in 2021? Come on, let me know. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. If you're ready to move into your greatness in 2021, you can also catch me on Instagram, His Ghetto POV, HGPOV show, His Ghetto point of view. Let me know. Are you ready to move into your greatness? Is what you doing making you happy? Is what you doing making you satisfied? Do you have people around you that you know is jerking you, but you still letting them jerk you? Fuck if they got away with jerking you. Sometimes that's the cost of business. Something I've had to deal with and hard to deal with myself, you know? Have you learned from that? Have you bettered yourself from that? Have you grown from that? Are you a different person from that? Are you a better person from that? Have you grown from that? Have you learned a lesson from that? Have you developed any new skills out of that time where you were in need and lack and want and you didn't have it? Have you developed new skills, new talents? What will you do differently this time? What will you do differently this time? Because if the answer is nothing, 2021 ain't got nothing for you, man, but dark days and sad times. Real talk. A lot of y'all gonna have to say goodbye to shit that don't serve you. Myself included. Everyone I know included. A lot of us is gonna have to say bye to stuff that don't serve us 2021. That job. Do you make enough to tolerate what they do to you? Could you make that yourself? I mean, really think about it. Really think about it. If you do something you love to do, we ain't even talking. Because you do what you love to do. If you have a job where you really love your job and they treat you like what you deserve to be treated, we ain't even talking. Continue to do that. You've won. You're winning. Always look out for other opportunities. Make your money work for you. Invest. Do things on the side. But if you're satisfied and you're in an amazing position, congrats, kudos, and please share out your amazing story with me on His Ghetto Point of View at gmail.com and let me know what you do. Definitely feature you on the show. But for those who not winning or who know that what they think is a win now is really not the best of what they could be doing, 2021 is go time. 2021 is go time. 2021 is get up and go time. It's no excuses. It's no excuses. It's no excuses. Make it happen. Don't talk about it. Make it happen. Ain't nothing else to do out here but make stuff happen. Nothing else to do out here but make stuff happen. If you ain't making it happen, someone else is. But that someone else ain't gonna take care of you. They ain't gonna give you a dynasty. They ain't gonna give you an empire. They ain't gonna give you no wealth. They ain't gonna help your destiny look fly, swanky, and on fire. How you lit up out here. And it's about you being lit up because you deserve it too. We all deserve it. It's just very few of us actually go out there to get it with everything. With everything in a body. And it don't matter what it is that you feel you best suited for. It don't hurt to adjust a little bit and incorporate some of these new things, new technology, understanding how things are going to be working, understanding the new markets, understanding the new currencies, understanding AI, VR, AR, the new type of jobs markets that's going to be available, the new type of positions that will be available for those who want to freelance or work for themselves or put their own companies and their own teams together. Understanding those things is going to be key. For those that's not familiar with the cryptos, take a little time and study VR, virtual reality. Take some time and study AR, augmented reality. And those that don't know the difference, virtual reality, guys, virtual reality is, accessed generally through some type of headset device or some type of device you would put over your eyes so that you can now be submerged into a alternate reality, like you're playing a game and it's more submersive. So it's like you're fully in that environment, and it's usually done through some type of medium, headset, eye set, head and eye set, something to cover over your eyes. Also, sometimes your ears, but sometimes you just pop in some headphones. Like people have seen the VR goggles for Samsung, perfect example. Oculus. If you don't know anything about that, that's a problem, gang. It's 2021. If you don't know anything about augmented reality, that's a problem, gang. It's 2021. That's why I try to diversify the stories we talk about here because, I'm from the dweller. Like, don't. As we keep going and y'all learn about me, which I'm so appreciative for everybody who's interested in the kid. Like, for real, y'all don't understand, excuse me, the kid that's now a man. Like, y'all really don't understand how much I appreciate it. But yeah, the fact that y'all give a brother a chance twice a week, it's really appreciated. I'm very humble. I'm very humbly appreciative of your time and your attention and your audience. Real talk. But if you don't incorporate learning VR, learning AR, learning how to get to the bag different ways with the technology today, then you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a super problem. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Time is moving forward. And this corona situation, that moved the clock all the way up. It's fourth quarter. It's about to be extra innings. Other team, away team looking aggressive. Trying to take the home team way out the game. The away team looking hella aggressive, trying to take us way out the game, you know. But home team gonna stand strong and make it through. But the only way we can do that is if we transition. We can't. We could fight against the injustices that are coming with the transition, absolutely. But what we can fight against is the technological advancement that will come with the transitions. You know, they calling this a great reset, and they ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? The way society interacts, period, is about to flip on its head. But some of that can be good and used in our favor if we really take the time to understand how things work. That's all I'm saying. We got to take the time to really utilize the change, you know, embrace the change, be one with the change, jump on the waves, ride the waves, catch things as they're coming up, as opposed to, you know, when it's already saturated and flooded the market. And something that I'm finding out is, you know, cryptocurrency is definitely that. It's being used very widely across the world, but you know, US use is not that heavy yet. So, you know, there's a lot of time because it's going to, different currencies are going to be used mainstream. And, you know, those that are early investors in a lot of the currencies and exchanges and understand how things can work, you can not only, you know, benefit financially as the coins increase in value, the currencies increase in value, the services, the utility actually comes on board, meaning that people actually start to use it full time, you know, mainstream, you know, day-to-day basis to shop at grocery stores, to exchange and pay employees and things of that nature. To get on the bus, to get on a train, to take an Uber, as that begins to happen, they call that having utility or having real world use, you know, being able to work and be applied to our day-to-day task in society. As that begins to happen, it's gonna be love out here. It's gonna be freaking amazing. So just be ready, because it's coming. I'm gonna do some more as I get more familiar with the cryptos, gang. I might just dedicate some episodes straight to the crypto. If y'all like that, if y'all really want to learn how to invest in this space, have some people pop out that, you know, I talk to about the cryptos, that have way more season and has sown in the game than me. And yeah, man, we'll have people come on and build with that. Because, I mean, I got so many different flavors of people coming on anyway. I think some crypto people would be good as well. But let me know what y'all think. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. HISGHETTOPOYNT. His ghetto point of view, VIEW. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. All right, gang, I'm going to take a quick intermission. I'll be right back. Appreciate you. Cheers. Yeah. We back. So yeah, guys, I mean, this has been a crazy week. Actually got to check out this really dope film though. Outside the Wire, Anthony Mackie starring in it, as well as the gentleman who plays Franklin Saint and the FX series Snowfall. For those that don't know, Snowfall, it's a really dope series. You should check it out. But Anthony Mackie, he's like this android, very advanced android, who has the ability to override controls and take over. And that leads to him wanting to take down the United States of America, because he feels that, of course, as in many of these movies, that we are actually, you know, the creators of many of our own problems. How many times we got to see this in the movie before we take the hint that we probably shouldn't let the robots get that far advanced? I don't know, but it was set to around the year 2032, and the backdrop was the civil war going on in Europe. I had a lot of mainly in Ukraine, but some other outlying areas were in play as well. Dope film, great technology, great use of CGI. It's just really dope. The robots they built up and designed, very believable. They weren't like overly big. They weren't unnecessarily large. They were massively powerful though. Massively powerful. Like, they were extremely realistic. Like you could see them in coordination with troops in the field right now. Like that was how realistic it was. And it was only in 2032. So like I mean, that's only 10 years from now. And the film is so sad because the reason the android, kind of went rogue on the military, because initially he was a sergeant for the Marines. He went rogue because he was like, yo, he just felt that the Americans were the problem. I don't want to give away too much. He just felt the Americans were the problem, so he went rogue, and tried to, help the resistance go against America after a while, But it's just crazy that even a android could get that cynical about the American dream and hopes for trying to change people and get people to learn better. And he was willing to sacrifice, a certain amount of lives, but his rationale was he would save so many more. And yeah, it was an excellent film. It was really dope. 9 out of 10 matches for real. I would have loved to see it go a little more into the interplay between the two lead characters, but I know they only had a particular time frame to tell the story. The editing was dope. The editing was dope. I really, really liked it, man. I think you'll enjoy it. Check it out. Outside the Wire on Netflix. Very, very good movie. Definitely a flamethrower. Definitely a flamethrower, yo. In other news, Warren Buffett, he has some advice that he would like to give to young people investing in the market. You know, definitely think it's cool to listen to the perspectives of other people. He said one easy way to increase your worth by at least 50%. Legendary investor and billionaire Warren Buffett. This is an article from CNBC. Has a tip for young people. Focus on learning how to write and speak clearly. The one easy way to become worth 50% more than you are now, at least, is to hone your communication skills, both written and verbal, says Buffett in a video posted on LinkedIn on Monday. The video was posted by Michael Hood, the co-founder of the Toronto-based startup VoiceFlow, which enables users to design, build, and launch skills for Amazon's smart speaker, Alexa, without needing to know how to code. If you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens. You can have all the brain power in the world, but you have to be able to transmit it. Transmission is communication, says Buffett, who's currently worth more than $86 billion, according to Forbes. The billionaire entrepreneur, the article continues, Richard Branson agrees that being able to communicate effectively is critical to success. Today, if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you also have to be a storyteller, the British businessman says in a 2016 blog post. Of course, it is no use being a good storyteller if your product or idea is rubbish. But it's not enough to create a great product. You also have to work out how to let people know about it. Hood and Buffett were heading to the Canadian Walk of Fame inductee gala together on Saturday. Hood confirmed to CNBC Make It. The young entrepreneur posted the video on Monday. Hood, who was 22 years old, was Buffett's escort for the day. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a young entrepreneur, Hood tells CNBC Make It. Hood was chosen via the startup incubator He is part of Next 36. I mean, this is really dope. It's very, very true. Being able to communicate well is super important, guys. I mean, I can't stress that enough. If you can't express your ideas, if you can't let people know about things, and most importantly, having a story, that is super key. That is super critical. If you don't have a story to sell your product to people, for people to relate to your product, or if you don't, you don't story tell as a way of conveying your message, it can come across very sterile, very, almost a little disingenuous sometimes. Because people want to know why you would even care so much to rate them a particular message. No matter what that message is. It could be about a new type of microwave you developed, a new app, new phone, a song. Why is your message more important than anyone else's particular perspective on the same thing? Why is the way you do it, why is the way you think about it that big or that key or that important? No, that's just very good advice. The article continues, the advice is something Buffett has learned firsthand. I was terrified of public speaking when I was in high school and college, Buffett said in a BBC video published in 2009. I couldn't do it. I mean, I would throw up and everything. When he was younger, Buffett took a public speaking course at Dale Carnegie, the workplace training and professional skills development organization founded by author Dale Carnegie. I actually have the diploma in the office. I don't have my diploma from college. I don't have my diploma from graduate school, but I got my Dale Carnegie diploma because it changed my life, Buffett says in the video. And it is this decision to improve his own skills which Buffett now preaches. The octogenarian tells Hood, invest in yourself. And I highly agree with that, guys. Keep taking classes, keep learning new skills, keep investing in yourself. That is really how you make money. That is how you really continue to grow your wealth in this world. If you can't continue to grow your wealth, you are going to have a very hard time as inflation goes. And those who don't know, inflation is pretty much the money getting weaker. So like, before you could go into the store and get a bag of chips for a quarter. Now a bag of chips is like, what, 40, 50 cents? Just almost for damn near for the small bag. And then the 99-cent bags aren't as big as they used to be. And the ones that are still the same size bag don't contain as many chips in the bag. So, they've had to make a lot of different cost-cutting decisions. And you say, oh, these companies is just, robbing the people. And the reality is that the money is just not worth what it used to be because it's not backed by anything. There's no gold value to the money. There's no silver value to the money. It's just backed by, some people call it the petrodollar and say it's backed by petro oil from the Middle East. But as far as actually having a, on the dollar statement of what we're backed by, that doesn't really exist. So while some banks and financial institutions may feel it's a quote unquote petrodollar, petroleum dollar, and as such, they feel it has value because of that, and it's not really the game the normal consumers get to play with the money. So it's it's more like it has value because we say it does, and because other countries will take it and use it as a main currency of exchange of wealth between them. So it's not just that Americans use it, it's that other countries use it and covet using it so much, in a lot of their larger transactions and big financial endeavors. So is that gonna last forever? Definitely not. But for now it'll work for some. Some people are already so carded out they don't really ever touch cash anyway, and some people will also, instead of just investing in, uh, wedding wedding things or things of that nature, people will invest in all of the types of dope things. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back, guys. Cheers. Yeah, gang. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me tonight. It was just a quick check-in for this evening. Got a dope show and a dope guest slated for Wednesday. So please make sure to tune in. It's gonna be a super dope show. Don't miss it. Make sure to check back and tune in to all the previous episodes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Wednesdays and Sundays is when we get it in. You know how we do it. Ain't nothing to it. It's your boy Phantm Fuego. Thank you guys for rocking and vibing so much. Y'all have a great one. See you Wednesday. Peace.